Hello fellow casters, this is Nami Moonlight with the Gem Magics, and we're back for the second video, my second bottle. Now this one is a more well-rounded fortune bottle, and again, I have already cleansed this bottle, smudged it, blessed it, etc. Sorry, I had to pause for a moment. Something came up with my dog. And you know what? My incense just burned out on my altar, so give me a second. Alright, there we go. Alright, so first thing I'm going to start with is the person's name. I have it written here. I'm not going to show anyone the name. So, pop that in. Alright, so next thing I want to put in is this person's birthstone, which is aquamarine. And the number I will be using here is 6, just so I can not have to repeat myself over and over again with the number 6. Alright, next thing I got here is some cocoa extract. Now, this was something that they specifically requested, that they've always had luck with in their life when around cocoa or chocolate in general. So this was not something that I normally keep on hand, but this was something that they specially requested. So, 4 drops of this. Alright, next I'm going to do some cinnamon, and if you saw my last video, you know I have pieces of cinnamon here, so go ahead and put just pieces, not pinches. You know what? I'm getting a feeling that I should put more of the cocoa extract. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright. I feel good about it now. Alright. So, cinnamon I decided to put in because for success, spirituality, healing, protection, and love. I know I'm going to butcher the name of this herb. I do apologize. Cinquefoil? It's spelled Cinquefoil. And I do apologize again. I am horrible with pronunciation, so forgive me. And I'm putting that in for love, money, health, power, and wisdom. And here it is. So, I'm going to do pinches on this one because it is broken up. Alright. This guy also put in another request for curry powder. He did not explain why, but he felt really strongly about it, so I am choosing to respect his request. I'm using curry powder, and whoo, it smells spicy. But turns out that curry powder is really good for protection, so this actually works with his bottle pretty damn well. So I am not objecting that decision at all. feels like I'm in an Indian restaurant. Alright, so cypress extract. I'm going to put that in for longevity, healing, comfort, and protection. And this is the brand that I have for cypress extract. It was not too expensive. I'd say about a medium price. So, but I will let you know that these things come with those dropper things, like where you have to shake it to get a drop out. I personally don't like those, so as soon as I realized that, I took it off immediately. Now, if you like those topper things, you don't have to take them off. Obviously, this is just what I prefer. So, bam. All right. For this one, I'm also going to be putting Dragon's Blood for potency. This person that I'm making this for is another coworker of mine. They are also a car salesman. Because he doesn't necessarily need help in the prosperity aspect, he needs help in other things. Figured a little extra potency for this would not be a bad idea. That was my fiance. He's playing video games and he dropped his controller.
Technically, I didn't drop it. It vibrated off the stand.
Oh, shush. Yeah, that's my fiance. I love him. Alright, back to business. I'm going to use fennel seeds. Give me a moment to find those. Here we are. Now, fennel seeds, I always do pinches, even though they're decently sized to just do quantity, but I've always felt better using pinches of it. You don't have to do that, it's just my preference, so, yeah. And I'm making a mess everywhere with fennel seeds. Okay, so I put the fennel seeds in for protection, healing, and purification. Next thing I'm going to do is gardenia extract, which is for love, peace, healing, and spirituality. Now, the container was leaking on me, so I had to put it in one of these pill bottles. It sucks, because I really loved that bottle, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Gardenia is such a lovely smell, too. Alright, next thing I'm going to add is ginger for love, money, success, and power. That is not ginger. Here's my ginger. My dehydrated, at-home ginger. Alright, next thing I got here is ivy for protection and healing. What we have next is lavender. This is going in for love, protection, longevity, purification, happiness, and peace. Beautiful, beautiful lavender. Such a lovely scent. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is take some lemon. These are also at home dehydrated lemon. Now, obviously, a slice like this is not going to fit into the bottle. Well, for this, you got to get creative. So, I'm going to fold it. Just drop it in there. You don't always need to chop up things to make them fit into something. Especially when it comes to a bottle. Always keep that in mind. I prefer to use whole lemon. I believe it works better. Just like this. Alright, that's my last piece. Now, the lemon went in for longevity, purification, love, and friendship. Next thing I'm going to use is mandrake for protection, love, money, and healing. Oh, what do you know? I actually pulled out the exact amount that I need. Alright, next we're going to use mint for money, love, healing, traveling, and protection. Now, this is a guy that loves to travel, and he doesn't get the opportunity very much because he actually works 3 jobs. It's pretty crazy. So, putting in the travel because I wish for him to have that opportunity again. And we have this herb again that I think I'm going to pronounce wrong, mullein. Putting it in for courage, protection, health, and love. Alright, next thing we have here is pecans for money and good employment. Here they are. And these ones that I have are chopped up, but they're decent size, so I'm just putting pieces instead of pinches. Alright, so again, we're going to be using the saffron, which is fucking expensive. And just going to use pieces, not pinches. Gotta use this stuff sparingly, it is not cheap. So that was 3 pieces. The 4th, 5th, and 6th. By the way, if anyone knows of a good place to buy saffron that is not fucking expensive as shit, like this, please let me know. I would love to know. So I've got Vervain next for love, protection, purification, peace, money, youth, and health. And that is the exact reason why I love Vervain so much. It is such a good herb for so many things. Now, again, if you didn't see the first video that I made tonight, I'm using blue Vervain. It's just always resonated better with me, so that's what I prefer to use. Alright, next I have Violet, which I'm putting in for protection, love, luck, wishes, peace, and healing. Alright, next herb here is yarrow, which I'm going to put in for courage and love. You know what, guys? My incense burned out again. Give me a second. Give that a moment. There we go. I think that's going to burn a lot better now. Alright. So I left off with the yarrow. Next thing I'm going to put in is chicory. And this is for removing obstacles. Love that name. Chicory. 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 It's a fun herb name. Sorry, I had to take a whiff of it for a moment. It smells really good. Alright, next I have some celery right here. This is also celery I've dehydrated myself. And I got pieces of it instead of bits and broken herby normalness, so pieces it is. Alright, next one I got here is allspice. And this is what I'm just going to do pieces of as well. Yeah, pulled out 6 pieces exactly. Lucky, lucky. Alright, next. Oh, I forgot to tell you why I was putting in the celery and allspice as well. Celery was for mental power. And allspice was being put in for money, luck, and healing. Next thing I'm going to put in is sage for longevity, wisdom, protection, and wishes. And again, I have pieces of sage, so I'm going to do pieces instead of pinches here. And last but not least, on the herbs, I'm putting in almonds. And I'm putting that in for prosperity, wisdom, and money. Last thing I'm putting in here is the Tarot Card Wheel of Fortune. Now, again, I'm going to have to fold this a little bit differently than I normally do just because of the size of the bottle. And I'm just going to fold it like this, and then I'm going to fold it like a fan. Oh, I have to make sure that at least part of it is facing upright. Give me just 1 second. Yeah. Okay, get this in here. Yeah, it looks like it's going to work out just fine. Alright, so this is the part where I'm going to seal up the bottle. And I'm going to use hot glue. In case you didn't see the first video, the reason why I don't use wax for these is because wax doesn't normally work for me. So I'm going to be using the hot glue just to make sure that everything stays nice and sealed. And while I'm sealing it up, I'm going to say the incantation, which is always a private matter because I make it very specific for the person and the purpose. So I'm going to pause the video and bring you back for the final touches. And we're back, ladies and gents. As you can see, the bottle is nice and sealed. And I'm also going to be using 6 floss thread. Again, I don't know if that's actually what these are called. It's just what I've always called it. So, colors I have here. I can't entirely explain why I chose these colors. This was entirely intuition, nothing else. But I got some blue, red, white, a champagne, a navy, and a yellow. This was entirely an intuition feeling for these colors. I can't explain it further than that. Now with this one, I'm getting the sense that I need to do something further than just a bow. For this, I'm actually feeling like I need to do little braid action here. So that's going to take a little bit of time, so I'm going to pause the video again just so this video isn't obscenely long. So I'll be right back. And we're back again. So this is the final product. Got 4 strings of braid here. They're all different. Wanted to make sure to include different with every single one. And I've also attached my business card. I got the incantation on the back. And while I was making the braids, I got the feeling that I shouldn't do that final smudge that I was talking about. That these bottles are ready and they don't need the smudging, and that could actually be harmful to the bottles and the spell. So I'm not going to do that for these 2. But that's the final product for my well-rounded fortune bottle. And I'm going to go ahead and close my circle. A couple of my candles are about to burn out, so it's actually perfect timing. And in another video, I will show you how I open and close a circle, but I just didn't want to do that today. But that's it for tonight, and until next time, blessed.